You can see all the wardrobe, the desk, the shelves, all of them are inlet into these little things around the circle, and then of course the bed is the centerpiece as it normally is, or it's tucked away in the corner. And all these little things really go for a nice room, and as you can see, all the colours are again complementary. That's very important when you're doing a palette. And finally, we have a more modern design. It's not very well lit, so I'll just put a couple of sea lanterns, which is my favourite kind of light, and it is a nice design here. So, as you can tell, a lot of the colours again are complementary. Your greys and your whites go together. But I decided to add some more oddly shaped furniture, so I've got this sort of S-shaped bookshelf, which is sort of inlet into a pillar that juts out of the wall. When you're making a bedroom, try not to think too squarely, although all of these designs are squares, but you try and like put a pillar or two, or just an outlet or something. And then of course, here is that mirror I was talking about, and you can actually see the reflection through. Obviously this is just false perception, there is a room on the other side of the glass. And then you have all the little tips and tricks that we've been going over. It's all about how you place your furniture, what your colour palette is, and how you lay out the room. What people tend to do that is wrong is just shove a load of paintings everywhere. You need to find the right painting. Like, you need to find the ones that fit for your room. So, for example, that one doesn't really fit. Smaller ones tend to be nicer. Just these like little ones, see that one kind of fits, is in a nice place. You need to make sure that everything in your room complements everything else in the room, so that you can get an overall atmospheric effect. So the roof needs to be good, the floor needs to have the right colour, the walls need to have some sort of consistency to them. So hopefully you've learned a few things just by seeing these designs here today. And you know, it's almost like IKEA in Minecraft right there. This is my showroom of bedrooms, and I need to thank two people that I've recently become friends with, and they have joined my crew, Botbox and AdjustMe. They helped create a lot of these rooms along with me to try and show off some inspiration for your houses, because I know a lot of you do struggle with interior and I don't focus on it too much. So how would you guys like a series that goes a little bit like this? I show off a bunch of designs and try and spark some imagination and find something that fits your house, and you can sort of employ the designs of the furniture and the layout and the palette in your own designs. If you do, leave a comment below and tell me, do you like that? Would you like to see kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms? What would you like to see? A shed, a garage, whatever? I would love to know, because this is a really fun series to do. I love demonstrating all the possibilities that you can do with Minecraft in just a very small space. So, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and if you're listening to my voice, that means you've made it to the end of the video, which I am eternally grateful for. Thank you very much. Goodbye. So before I go, I will be attending a couple of conventions in March in a couple of months' time. First one is in Ireland, and it is Mindvention that will be in Meath. So if I have any Irish fans out there, I will be attending that event, and Insomnia towards the end of March. So more info to come on those. Goodbye again. Hello, my name is Grian, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the custom paintings that I used in a previous video on the beds. People ask me, how did I do this? And it's actually very, very simple. All you have to do is get an empty map and set it in a preferably flat world. Although you could do this in survival if you wanted to spend a lot of time. And as you can see, it's completely green because of the grass. And it's very, very simple. All you got to do is find the corner. And that can be easier said than done because it is not entirely accurate. But you can roughly find where the corner is just by placing some wool down anywhere that you like, and as you can see, they appear on the map itself. So once you've found that one corner, you need to select it with World Edit, or if you don't have World Edit, unfortunately place all of them by hand and set the entire floor to be pink wool. And this is of course how you do it for the pink painting, but you could do this for any colour. And as you can see, as I've done the command / set wool and then followed by the data value, it has made the entire map pink. And this is basically all we need. Now we can actually go to the bed or whatever it is you want to decorate with this custom painting, and I'm going to quickly make a bed here using item frames and some signs. Very similar design to the ones from the bedroom video, and it is very simple. You right click the item frame with your custom map and it fills it in. I'm surprised some people didn't know this, because I thought this was a very, very old trick. In fact, it is an old trick. I just think that people forget about these sorts of things and how we can use them creatively. And of course, this isn't the only way you can use it. I just am showing this because a lot of people were asking about a previous video. You can actually go back to where you set off your lovely little pink map, and you can do a lot more than you think. So, for example, you could make a little sign and write something here. As long as you're facing north, you can make sure that it is orientated correctly, although you can rotate it if you need to. So I'm just going to write something on here, and it can be like a little SOS message or whatever you want. And you can use these paintings in a vast variety of ways. Obviously, I just showed you how to colour it in, but if you have a bit of creativity, then you can do pretty much anything. Like, I have just written the word hello here, and you can see that on the map pretty easily. And you could write an entire message or, like, you know, a short paragraph. But we can take this one step further. So here we have something that's gone way beyond just making a single colour. This is the portrait of a villager family. Now, this was actually not made by me, but a guy called QB, who's been a good friend on the Wingcraft build team for a long time. And in the same situation, you just take an empty map, right click, and there you have it, a custom painting. Now, it's a little bit more complicated, and you don't have to worry about the y-axis too much. You could have things floating, because it is, at the end of the day, all on a 2D painting. You really don't have to worry about that kind of thing, and you can see how the colours match up and slightly change in the actual picture, because, you know, it's a little bit different actually. I don't know what it is, but for some reason the colours on the painting don't always match what is there in reality. And as you can see, a lot of effort went into this. And the idea is you have something like this off-map built, so that you can create a map, much like this one, and hang it up in a house as a decoration. So similarly, you take an item frame and just put it in there, and as long as you have made the pixel art, you know, convincing enough, it looks like it's actually hanging. Obviously that green mark will go away, but as you can see, it looks fantastic, and you could have some of these in the house just as an atmospheric point. And, you know, the opportunities for use are pretty limitless. You could probably come up with some more creative uses than I have. This is just a very simple portrait that I've seen used before. However, you could do pretty much anything to decorate with your walls. You could make a gigantic mural, just have one wall covered in this gigantic pixel art for a very custom, detailed effect. But the downfall with that is it takes an inordinate amount of time. And one thing I also need to mention is that you need to make sure that your painting is in line with the chunks. So maps work a little bit funky. When you right click them, it doesn't take your location into consideration, it just loads the few chunks that you're in. So it means that you could load up a map and be in one corner of it instead of the middle. So you need to make sure when you do make one of these that you load the map first and then make it into the map, if that makes sense. Instead of making something, loading the map, realise you've only got half of it in the map, and then having to move it or redo it altogether. Nevertheless, it's a really cool concept, and that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it's cleared some things up, or maybe given you some inspiration. If you decide to use this, please tweet me some pictures. I love seeing your work. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.